Let's practice rounding to the tens place. Remember, pause the video if you need to work out the problems on your own before I share the answer. Let's round 39 to the nearest tens place. 39 rounds to 40. If I drew a number line, how many tens are in 39? There are 3 tens. What's the next 10? 4 tens, or 40. Halfway between 30 and 40 is 35. And 39 will be found up here. So the closest tens are 4 tens, or 40. Let's try another. 32. Rounds to 30. We'd have the same endpoints. 3 tens are in 30, 2. The next 10 is 40. Our midpoint, or halfway between, is 35. And 32 would be closer to 30. 36. Rounds to 40. When we think of our endpoints, and we think of our midpoint, where would we find 36 on this number line? It's above 35, closer to 4 tens than to 3 tens. What about if I was rounding the number 35? 35 is right on the midpoint, right between, halfway between 30 and 40. It could go either way, but what we conventionally do is always round up when we're on the midpoint. So 35 rounds to 40. Let's try some more. 89. Round it to the nearest tens place. 90. Great job. If you needed to draw your number line, please do. 82. Rounds to 80. Good job. 86. Rounds to 90. Let's check this one. How many tens are in 86? 8 tens. What would be my next 10? 9 tens. What's halfway between 80 and 90? Halfway is 85. And where would 86 fall on this number line? About there. Since it's above 85, it's above my halfway point, or my halfway mark, I'm going to round to my closest tens, which is 90. Let's try another. Let's try 99. 99 rounds to 100. I have 9 tens in 99. One more 10 would be 10 tens. And 99 is closest to 10 tens. What about 102? 102 would round to 100. How many tens are in 102? 10 tens. What's one more 10? 11 tens. 10 tens is 100. 11 tens is 110. And halfway between is 105. So 102 would be right about here. And so I would round down to 100. What if my number was 105 and I'm rounding to the tens place? Yes, it rounds to 110 because 105 is right halfway between my two sets of 10 tens and 11 tens. And so our convention is to round up. What if I had 108? Where would 108 be on my number line? Yes, 108 rounds to 110. What if I had the number 118? How many tens in 118? 11 tens. What's the next 10? If I had one more 10, I would have 12 tens. Let me write that in standard form. What's halfway between? Where would I find 118? 118 rounds to 120. $158 rounds to, make your number line for yourself if you want to double check, 16 tens, or 160. 152 rounds to 15 tens, or 150. 156 rounds to 160. I can use the same number line to check all three of these. How many tens are in these three numbers? 15 tens, or 150. If I had one more 10, I'd have 16 tens, or 160. Let me think of how much is halfway between these two numbers, 155. And now I can double check. 158 would be here, 152 would be here, 156 would be here. 256 rounds to 260, and 886 rounds to 870, or, 890, or 89 tens, because we're rounding to the tens place. If you need to see this last one, I'll make it here. If you had the answer correct, good job. You can shut off our video. 886 has how many tens? 88 tens. What's one more 10? 89 tens. What's halfway between 880 and 890? 885. 886 would be right here. So we round up to 890.